Hello, Falcon Paladin. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, sir. You may have noticed I am being deluged in rain today.
I have noticed. Is it
Mm-hmm.
wet in the desert?
It is. It is quite wet in the desert. I had the windows open last night. It started to rain, and I was like, ah! So I had to close the windows before the carpets got soaked. It was nice.
We had like a week of rain last week, and I am glad it's over, but at the same time, it has warmed up here where it's like, oh, this is not cold for the middle of the night, but it's like cold for the middle of the day, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Which it's not cold, but you go, oh, for the middle of the day, this isn't nearly as cold as I would have thought it'd be. Which just means summer's coming. It means in like 2 weeks, our weathers will be flipped.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
I've been saying, I feel like last week was the last just full week of summer weather we're going to have for the rest of the year. Where it's just like 94, 94, 95, 101, 98, 94. Like we will have like a 90-degree couple of days in September, but not just a full week, I feel like. So we'll see if I'm right about that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's the only reason it's cooling down here now, last week of August, is because it's raining and it's overcast. If
Right.
that wasn't happening, I think we'd still be getting the crazy hot summer days. So
Right.
tis the nature of the beast.
Tis the nature. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of beasts, I could not watch Barbarians. I got 40 minutes in, and I was like, don't go down that hole. Like, that's a stupid idea. Justin Long has not turned up yet. I am immensely disappointed. And I was sitting here.
You turned it off?
I turned it off.
No! You should have at least waited for Justin Long.
I mean, I could go back to
You
it.
were-
Like,
You were there. You were there with Justin Long.
you said he had a bigger part. I thought he'd be like a character the movie was about, not like a guy we're gonna find who's been living under this house for 6 months, like it's Parasite or something.
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
No, you don't
but
have to.
You
You don't
I'm
have
just
to.
saying you'll be happy. You'll be happy with the Justin Long content if you stick with it.
Yeah, okay. But sticking with it is crawling down into a hole that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
There's a camera and a bed and a bucket, and I am 100% with that woman to just get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yes. 100%.
I loved the trick the movie plays on you when she first turns up and it's dark and it's raining, and she's like, oh, I just can't get into my Airbnb or whatever. And then she wakes up the next morning and steps outside, and it is, oh, this is very rundown Detroit. This is, you could buy a house for $5,000 US Detroit. I looked up some realty properties.
That scene, holy shit, that's a good scene.
Yeah.
Because, she shows up at the Airbnb and it's dark and it's raining. You can't see anything. She shows up and the house is fine. There's porch lights on. It's a regular house. And then, the next morning she steps out and looks around and it is like rundown crack neighborhood of all crack neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like nobody lives here. Like it is homeless people and that is it, man. And you're like, okay, what the hell? Why is there a taken care of house in the middle of all this terrible rundown stuff? It's beautiful. It is so good. Yeah.
And then
That's all.
I think I figured out why there's an Airbnb right there. Because the owner lives underground and waits for people to stay and then kidnaps them. That's,
Doesn't seem great.
doesn't seem great, but
Where's Bill Skarsgård?
Bill Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Who's Bill Skarsgård play? I might not have met him.
The dude.
Oh, Keith.
Yeah, he's Keith.
Yeah, he was like, let me go down there and check it out for myself, and then finds another door and disappears. And she's got to, follow his ever so barely audible screaming and please to come help him.
And, I'm going to be honest, Keith's a nice guy, but nope. I am not going down there. Absolutely not. That is not helping anyone at all.
Nope.
I am not saving him. I am just getting myself killed if I go down there. I am running and I am calling police and I am trying to do that.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
uh-huh. If
Like the
Keith
fact that she's like, but he's in trouble. I'm like, all right, you are the greatest person alive. You should be given an award somehow. You met this guy like 12 hours ago.
right.
He's not your brother. He's not your dad. Like, he's not your husband. Like, I know you guys have some good chemistry, but dude, it
So,
could be a trap.
yeah.
Like, why are we trusting him implicitly? It could totally be a trap. He
So
could be luring you down there.
So
Oh.
to give her 2 points in her favor, one,
Okay.
he is directly connected with the very humanitarian thing she's here to document, or like get a job with like a documentary crew.
As far as he says,
As far as he says, but where it's implied that they spent like half the night talking about the thing, so she kind of like is at least, well, he's a good guy. And two, she already tried calling the police when a guy chased her and realized nobody will come if I do. So leaving to call the police is not going to do anything. But
well, drive out and go to a police station then. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just saying, or just get out of Dodge. I don't care. Like, you do not need to go down this tunnel.
Take some photos with your phone that you have and then drive to a police station.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Do that.
Uh-huh.
See?
Big brain. Big brain.
Ooh, big brain. Yeah, that first 40 minutes of the movie, man, it is so good. It is so good. Because, like, we didn't explain this part yet, but, like, she shows up to this Airbnb in Detroit at, like, midnight. The key is not in the lockbox that it's supposed to be in. And then she sees there's someone already in the house. And it's like, oh, that seems wrong and bad somehow. But not, like, in a specific, like, this is obviously dangerous. It's just like, it really could be dangerous, but also it could be fine. Right? Yeah. So, oh, man, just, like, riding that edge. And then, Bill Skarsgård is in the house, and he's like, hey, what's up? And she's like, I have an Airbnb here. He's like, so do I. And it's like, oh, that's weird. So they both figure out they both have legitimate Airbnb reservations. They've both been talking to the same person, apparently, right?
Yep.
And they both were given this address, this day, this code to the lockbox. You can stay here. Yeah. And that alone is just like, what? And they try calling her, and she doesn't answer her phone, and is like, But it's, I mean, it feels like a reasonable mistake, right?
Right.
Like someone who's in charge of like 100 B&Bs, like accidentally rents the same one out for the same night to 2 different people. Normal. I imagine that happens sometimes. So it's not like the craziest out there thing.
Hotels will double book people. Airlines do it all the time for fun. Right? And that's just seats. But they're allowed to do that apparently because statistically somebody won't show up for a flight.
They're accounting for that, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for Airbnb. Like just maybe you're accounting for someone not showing up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
Yeah, so it feels like a reasonable mistake. But I mean, I'm 40 minutes into this movie and now it feels malicious, you know? Or at least it's maybe starting to supposed to be as the red herring, you know? Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's fair you get to the point where it's like giant tunnel under the house. It's dark down there. What the hell? The person that you just met and got along with is screaming for help far away. And you're like,
Here's the thing. I think if I saw this movie in the theater, I'd at least hide behind my giant box of popcorn and keep watching. But because I'm just here at home and I can get up and leave or just press pause, you know, I'm taking advantage of tools that I wouldn't normally have.
Okay.
So
I get it.
I will continue to watch it maybe 5 minutes at a time over the course of the next week or so.
I didn't realize you were such a scaredy cat.
Oh, I hate scary things. Except for,
I know
I'm going to make an exception here, which is I love Warhammer Horror. That's just fun audiobooks to listen to. Those don't scare me. It's the visual element. That's all it is.
So if they made a Warhammer movie based on one of the Warhammer horror books, you'd be like, I'm out.
I would struggle. Yeah.
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 You'd try harder, though, because you're like, man, I love this. This is my thing. Right?
It would depend if I've read the source material.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because if you know what's going to happen, it's not scary anymore.
Right, exactly.
Boo. Have you watched Cabin in the Woods? Did I browbeat you into watching Cabin in the Woods?
You have I've certainly told you it's on my list, but I
I
have
haven't
not.
browbeaten you enough yet. Okay.
I have not watched it.
I think you'd really enjoy Cabin in the Woods.
It's a scary movie because that's what I've been told. Oh man, I can't. Here's another reason I haven't watched it. I'd have to resubscribe to Stan, the streaming service Stan, if I want to watch it.
What the what?
Yeah.
You're making stuff up now. What the heck is Stan?
It's I think it's Foxtel's streaming service, which is Fox meets
okay.
Telstra. Telstra is
Yeah,
Australian
I
telecom.
know what Fox. I know what Foxtel is. So that's
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Anywho, huh? That's interesting. If I told you you're like 5 minutes from Justin Long, that help? You're like right there,
I'm
man.
like right there.
You are.
I mean,
And I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy this Justin Long.
I'm gonna enjoy Justin Long. Okay.
It's not gonna be like Justin Long's playing some like old guy who's been chained in the basement for 80 years and like he doesn't have a personality and his brain is gone. You're like, oh boy, this is a really depressing Justin Long. It's not that. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
Cabin in the Woods has an official trailer. Like, it has a link to its what should be its store page on YouTube, but this is no like, and you can rent it here.
That's weird. They've got a store page for it, but you can't actually rent or buy it.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Strange. Weird.
What about if I use my magical power of VPN to pretend I'm in the United States to watch it?
Always a good power.
Then I could rent it on Amazon or Apple TV. God damn it. Well, yep.
Okay, well, whatever. Fine. You do what you're gonna do. I'll allow it. I'll allow you to choose your own path in life, Samicron. That's what we're gonna do here.
I appreciate it.
Great. We talked about K-pop Demon Hunters on the
Yeah, you mentioned
pod.
Yeah, because we were curious that it was like American made, but in a deeply Korean thing. Yeah.
That's right. We did. It is blowing up, dude. They're putting it in theaters. They're doing sing-alongs out there. It's like the music's like the #1 thing on Spotify and the charts in Korea at the same time. It's like, what is going on? It's good music.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I did consider being like going to go see K-pop Demon Hunters in the theater just for the fun of it, but I'm like, I don't want to be anywhere near those crowds for the the times that they're on. Like,
like middle of the afternoon Saturday type stuff.
Right, because they're all sing-along showings, and it's like, okay, well, I will watch the movie if enough people harass me about it, but I don't want to like a sing-along version to be my first showing of it. I want to hear the music.
Fair. Extremely fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Facebook account has figured out somehow that I've watched K-pop Demon Hunters because it's recommending all these like shorts that are like analyzing it. I'm like, look, it is a Sony Animations TV show about K-pop Demon Hunters. We don't need to get that deep into it, you guys. I promise.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been seeing on Reddit Warhammer memes that are like, what the hell are you guys? And then it's, I asked for Demon Hunters, and then it's the Grey Knights instead.
It's not my favorite meme format, but it can be pretty good.
Yeah, when it pops up unexpectedly, it's okay. If it, like there's 1,000 of them going around because it's a brand new format, it was a little done to death.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And like the base of the meme is really just a simple, two things are named the same thing. What the hell? And it's like, oh, yes, that's how it works. I've never been like, oh, great point, meme. I never thought about it that way. Anyway. Right. What else do we have going on?
I went and saw The Naked Gun. Did you go and see The Naked Gun?
I did not have time to see The Naked Gun. I was going to, but then I know it was very disappointing. But I mean, general positive reviews. You seem to be pretty happy about it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, there were legitimate moments where I laughed out loud in a movie theater.
There you go.
Yep.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing box office wise?
No idea. What I can tell you is I went and saw this movie in D-Box, which is the chairs shake, which you wouldn't think it's a D-Box movie because it's the Naked Gun, right? Like it's a comedy. It turns out the reason why I did this, and I thought it was such a good idea, nobody sat next to me because the seats are like $4 more expensive.
Right.
So even though there was barely any shaking going on, there was some. But I just got a row to myself, and every other seat was filled with like people over 60 who were like, "Oh, I remember these movies from back in the day."
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. So that's my life hack. Get a D-Box seat for movies that don't need D-Box.
So it looks like the budget was 42 mil and it's received 86 million worldwide so far.
Hey, made their money back. That's good.
Sounds like it.
Well, depending on how much they spent on marketing, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that ever includes marketing when they say that.
I don't think it does.
They're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is personal Falcon story, but my parents do not watch movies.
Okay.
Like, ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I have distinct memories of coming home from, like, a date one night. It's like 10 p.m., and they're watching Naked Gun 33 and a third. Like, with Leslie Nielsen from, like, 1993, right? And I'm like, what is this? To this day, I don't know what compelled them to watch a movie at home. I don't think they ever did it again.
They never watched like Airplane or anything?
No, nothing. It's so that movie has a very weird place in my brain because it's like that's the one time my parents watched a film and it was this.
What do they do on flights?
Read.
Okay. I mean, I get it. I read. But like the entire flight?
I guess.
Nothing to break it up. Man. Do they watch TV though?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when they're home, like, my dad's doing stuff around the house, and same with my mom, and they're heavily involved in their church, and so they're out with other people doing things, and it's like, they're just never in front of the TV, so I don't know. I'll have to ask them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't picture them watching, like, Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Whose line is it anyway? Might be something they watch. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, right.
Something.
Light. I do remember. I remember. Okay, so there's another show, ER.
Okay. Yeah.
So ER comes out. My mom would watch it while she was folding laundry on like Thursday nights.
Sure.
But it was annoying to watch it with her because she was a registered nurse and she'd be like,
"That's wrong.
There's no way they would do that." And it's like, shut up, Mom. Like, we're trying to suspend our disbelief here. You're not helping. Like every episode, there was something she was like, "Nope." But she enjoyed it regardless anyway. But yeah, that's another thing. So ER for some reason. Anywho. Aki says that, just as a caveat, budget figures mentioned on places like Wikipedia or IMDb are often inaccurate and either inflated or understated, depending on what type of PR producers thought would work for them. Oh, great. Different companies are responsible for product versus marketing. So there's no way to know, apparently, if a movie really had a huge profit.
Well, if a sequel comes out...
$1 billion, then they're probably fine.
Yeah.
If a sequel comes out, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Nope. Anything else with ER and suspending disbelief?
No.
No. Yeah.
No, but it changed the subject entirely. So my kid is doing marching band this year
Mm-hmm.
because he really likes playing his clarinet and picking up the saxophone too because he's an overachiever.
Uh-huh.
So the last 2 weeks, like the last 2 weeks of summer before school started, he was um doing like 4 to 5 hour marching band practices every evening, like well into the evening, like 9, 10 p.m., right?
That's a lot of marching.
Yeah, a lot of marching. Well, a lot of it's just like inside practicing your music too. It's not like they're out in the sun the whole time, but yeah, it was a lot of marching, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then there's a football game on Friday, and so it's like, all right, everyone needs to be there. We're gonna march. This is our first time actually doing it for people, so here it show up.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah. So I pick him up, and he's like super bummed, and I'm like, what happened? And he said that they're in different sections, right? Different groupings,
Mm.
and that so they take them all in. They all have a section in the stands. They all stand in. And then they called in different sections to do marching band performances during halftime, and his section just never got called in.
Oh.
So like, so he's out here standing there in the bleachers for 4 hours watching a football game that he does not give a shit about. He does not care about football in the smallest amount.
Uh-huh. Good man.
And I was like, I failed somewhere here, but okay. And so he's just like, it sucked. And he's like, I thought I'd get to march. I'm like, I thought you'd get to march too. I didn't
Yeah.
know they did that.
Right. You'd think
I
it's
thought marching band,
you'd show up, it's
like
a done
everybody
deal.
does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like seems
So I'm like, do I want? I was like, you should probably talk to your band director and just kind of see what the future expectations are. Because he's like, because if I'm not going to march, I don't want to go to these things. Like, you don't
right.
need me there if I'm not going to march, and I don't want to go to a football game just because. So,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
could you tell me ahead of time so I don't have to do this? Am I required to be there anyway? Like, is this something I have to do regardless? And it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like feeling like I'm trying to picture like how this went down, which is like, well, halftime was, it only ran for the length of time we were expecting, and the different sections of the marching band all have different instruments, I imagine, or different combinations, so that they do different performances. And so if like halftime goes longer than expected for whatever reason, you need to mix it up, and that's why you have extra kids standing around for 4 hours in different parts of the marching band.
yeah,
Which, if that's the case, I kind of see why they need that, but at the same time, I don't want to be a part of it.
no, definitely not. Because, yeah, if you're not going to march in the marching band, then why be there?
Right.
I asked him, and he's like, apparently they did play a little bit,
Mm.
like during timeouts and stuff,
Okay.
just from the stands, but like not a lot at all.
Mm.
Which is like at basketball games, instead of a marching band, they do a pep band. They're in the stands and they're playing constantly. Every time there's a dead ball, every time there's a timeout, every time there's whatever, they're playing a song or two, right?
Mm. Okay.
So they're busy. And it didn't sound like that was what was happening. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll have to see. I'll have to see if he followed up about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure
I
you
mean,
do.
he's a kid that's really unwilling to like make waves. So for him to like go to his band director and be like, "Hey, that sucked," like, do
It
I have to do
sucked.
that again? Is not something he's gonna do. So,
Right.
especially because he's a sophomore. He's new. He's low on the totem pole. He doesn't really have any pull with anything. So maybe that's just the sophomores don't
Maybe.
perform all that much. And maybe next year, or the year after that, he will. I don't know.
Maybe the idea is to get them there, like shake off their nerves of doing it in front of like people, but they don't actually necessarily
Yeah.
play a whole lot. And then as they move further along in their marching band career, they get to play more.
Yeah, I imagine that's what's going on, but he has no idea. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well,
Guess we'll find out.
tune in next time to find out if Falcon's son marches and plays music at a football game he doesn't care about.
Yeah, there's going to be another one on Friday, so
Ooh.
we'll talk about it next pod. It'll be perfect.
A real cliffhanger for you guys.
Should we talk about the book?
Yeah, let's talk about the book. It's about time for it. What did we read, Falcon?
We read Deathworlder by Victoria Hayward.
Yeah. So this is a fairly new book. Came out just last year, I think April-ish. Oh, look at that, April 2024. Yep. It is a Astra Militarum book, fighting Tyranids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just says good times all around.
Certainly does. We saw how hard it was for freaking Space Marines to fight the Tyranids, so yeah.
Right. So general overview of the book is the war is already
Tyranids are invading a planet.
yeah, and the war's already lost. Like,
Yeah.
we see it
We come to this planet when it is
done.
done.
Right.
When they're aware the Imperium is sending no more reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
They're not coming to pick these dudes up, which is like, holy shit, guys. Honestly, you're not even gonna try? Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's over. The planet's overrun. The ecology is changing.
Mm-hmm.
The weather is changing. The temperature is changing. Everything's changing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For the worse. The planet is eating everything on itself and then eating itself.
Right.
Real bad times with the Tyranids.
Real bad times. But there's a small hope that there might be some secret super weapon that might be able to be smuggled off the planet at the last minute and help the Imperium fight the Tyranids in the future. So we need to send a crack team of muscle mummy women to go and get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely those.
So
Yeah, so there's a Magos
uh-huh.
who's been hanging out on the planet for who knows how long, and he's been doing some studies.
Mm-hmm.
And they found during the destruction, and the invasion of the Tyranids, that the immediate area around his kind of secret lab is just, there are a lot of dead Tyranids, and even the smaller organisms that the Tyranids are coming up with aren't growing there.
Right.
So they're like, so something he's doing there is countering the Tyranids. He's not responding to hails. So, I guess we'll go out there and see what he's doing and hope he's got some anti-Tyranid weapon we can use.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. They suspect he's already dead. And that's
The whole not responding to phone calls thing is fairly sus. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, just get the Archaeotech and bail. That's literally everyone's plan. We're introduced to two different sets of regiments, the Catachans or Catachans, and the Cadians. Cadians, everyone's favorite bog standard guardsman.
I mean, are Cadians bog standard?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh.
So when you buy a box of guardsmen, the people on the box are Cadians.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you can paint them however you want, right? Like, Old Guard,
Yeah.
in theory, uses, similar-ish kits, so you just paint them up slightly different, in different fatigues or whatever. But if you're looking at the box, you're looking at Acadian.
They have purple eyes on the box?
An excellent question.
Because if they don't, they're not Cadians.
Well, not all Cadians have purple
Oh,
eyes.
hell they don't. That's their defining characteristic.
You played Space Marine 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this book, to just relate it to it, the Cadians do not have their homeworld anymore because this is post Gulliman coming back to Great Rift, Cadia getting destroyed.
Right.
Cadians are now fleet based, so all the Cadian regiments out there are now just having kids and doing their thing. But the thing that gave them purple eyes was growing up under the Eye of Terror. So all the new generations of Cadians.
They're not growing up under the Eye of Terror, so they don't have purple eyes. Got
Right,
it.
and in Space Marine 2, the Cadians who have purple eyes go less crazy when all the Thousand Sons have stuff. And all the Cadians who don't have purple eyes try to, kill themselves and whatnot. But,
because they're not as inured to chaos.
yes.
Yeah.
But whether or not they're on the box is an excellent question, and now I'm curious. So,
To the internet.
let me have a look. So, the pictures of the box are too low res to really see their eyes, but they don't look like psycho glowing eyes. Um,
Okay.
it is interesting that I searched for Guardsman box for sale, and the first website is not Warhammer.com. Why did I
Yeah,
try to
right?
go to somewhere else first? Seems really foolish of me.
Mm.
Astra Militarum. Yeah, those guys don't have purple eyes.
Okay. There you go.
Well, hold on. This guy's literally called a Cadian Castellan. How do his eyes look? Oh, that one's vaguely purple. I'll send you a screenshot real quick. But no, I don't think they're all going to be purple.
Okay.
Copy.
Fair.
Um. Anyway, what were we saying about this book?
We met some Cadians.
We met some Cadians, right? And they're holding out in this fortress to the north called, I want to say,
Doomed.
Bastion Opal. Everything. So this planet Lazuli is a mining world and a gem crafting world. There are hundreds of gems everywhere. So all of their cities are kind of like Opal Bastion or Sapphire Pavilion and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they're
Because
all
for some reason, eons ago, it was seeded in a weird way where it just grows crystal constantly everywhere.
right, yeah. Which is
Artificially, because they're like, there's no way this is occurring naturally. They've investigated and they're like, someone set this up to be some crazy, it just grows gems for some unknown reason. Yeah.
right. So the Cadian that we meet is doing some special forces hunt down a mine. He, which I feel like is a kill team thing. I was listening to some other people talk about this book, and they said it feels very kill team. Which, when I thought about it, yeah. So kill team is a Warhammer game that can be played in 45 minutes instead of 4 hours, and it's
Yeah.
6 models versus 6 models instead of 60 squads versus 60 squads. Which, okay, cool. It's neat. They kill off the leader of the Gene Stealer cult, and take a propagandist hostage to milk her for information. But when he gets back to the Bastion, they're like, new orders came in. We're all fucked. You need to go hide in the vault so you can lead this last squad to this other base you used to be stationed near, because you can act as a guide.
Yeah.
And everyone dies except for him, and it's real bad. It's real.
Yeah, because the Tyranids are coming. They can't stop them. They don't have the means to do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to basically lock himself, be locked in a vault, and there are freaking vid screens in there so he can watch all his
right.
friends die.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
And he almost goes crazy, which is fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Cadian. He then gets picked up by a squad of Catachans.
Catachans. Yeah.
Who from a Death World. So we know a little bit about Cadians, but Catachans, this is your first time meeting them, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they are all 80s action movie Rambo people. Every single one of them. They wear red bandanas and short sleeves and
Big knives.
Big knives, yep. Big guns, big arms. They just do everything better than everyone else. Or at least they say.
Yeah, I mean, they do their things their own way. I don't know if it's necessarily better than anyone else.
Adira. It's weird that I literally...
Adea's a troll. She intentionally says stuff to get a rise out of the dude.
Right.
All the time. Right?
100%.
So, yeah. So her saying we're better than everyone, I don't think she believes that.
She might. She is nearly 7 feet tall, pure muscle.
Yeah.
She might believe she is better than everyone.
I don't think so. The conversations that are had with her throughout the book, I don't think she's that full of herself.
Maybe.
That's all.
Yeah, so we get introduced to the squad. And then we spend a lot of time, I don't know, walking through the jungle and through cities and just admiring all of the horrors that the Tyranids can produce.
Yeah, it's like the most up close and personal look at like what Tyranids do to a planet once they've conquered it that I've ever seen so far. So yeah, a lot of that, like microscopic organisms and pools of acid and trees that grow like an inch every 10 minutes. Like insane stuff is going on.
Yeah, it's just attempting to boil everything down into a soup, and a high fleet ship can come along and suck it up through a straw.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty basic,
Fuck
actually.
me. So, sorry, no, it's just I do some research for books so I can talk about them a little more confidently, and I'm worried now that that was a phrase I just borrowed from someone else.
Ah,
So
that's fine.
I'm not doing plagiarism. Please don't sue me, H bomber guy.
I'm gonna cite my sources of some other thing I saw about this.
Yeah, it's a problem when other
Yeah.
people make really good content because it just sticks in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, is there anything particularly you liked about the book? Any characters who stood out to you?
I found the like burgeoning romances of two sets of characters to be way crazy for Warhammer.
Right.
Like I cannot remember another book I ever read where there's one, let alone two in the same book.
There
I
are
was like, holy shit.
two romances that do not kiss at the end, and it is sad. Like,
Yes. Right. And I'm like, why doesn't Warhammer do this more often? Pretty effective.
it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think the amount of romances in this were? Because I don't want to play stereotypes, but this is a book written by a woman.
Her name is Victoria. That is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you think she threw in more there because that's what she wants to write? This is her first full novel for Black Library, and I think she smashed it. And I would personally totally welcome more Warhammer romance books. I reckon that would be great.
Dude, doomed romance, perfect for Warhammer. I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Why don't we do it more often? It's perfect for the setting.
Right?
Like, Warhammer's about, like, ratcheting up the hope about something and then crushing it terribly. So, yeah, it's beautiful. And what I like about it, too, it's not like, and then they confess their love for each other and look deeply into their eyes and said, I'll do anything for you. It's just, it's actions. It's like, you could reach a point where two characters are like, well, if we stay here, we're both going to get overrun by the Tyranids and die, and neither of them will leave. It's like, I'm going to stay behind. We only need one. There's one gun. Only one of us needs to stay behind. And they're like, I'm not leaving you. And it's like, okay, subtext.
Right.
Like, I get it. They're not professing their love for each other, but it is there anyway.
It's the and specifically with like Adir and the Cadian, it's like she spends so much time talking to him about, well, on Catachan, you don't throw grenades in the jungle because we had this commissar once, and you know, rambling off with these stories and like, oh, Catachan poetry is definitely a thing. She spends so much time like pulling his strings in like a friendly way. Like I don't want to say a friendly Australian way because, you know,
it is kind of a friendly Australian way. Yeah.
Right. And then there's a moment where they're in a ballroom and they're like, well, aliens don't dance, Tyranids don't dance. If they take that from us, then what are we really fighting for? And there's a moment where like she gives him a real smile and he's like joining in. And then it's interrupted by gunfire, you know, and it's like, yes, the Warhammer
really gets shot at.
Headbutting back in. Yeah.
Correct.
And
yeah, it's good.
It's so sweet when like the tech adept lady is like, my hands are melting from the acid rain. And the guy's like, well, here, use my sacred bandana and wrap your hands in it. It's like, oh, and it's red for the admech. And they're going to have a little moment with the little coat girl and the guy. It's very sweet. And nothing happens of it. It's very sad.
Yeah. It's the exact same as the other one. It's very much like they just get to know each other over this horrible journey. They trauma bond like crazy, like 27 times in the space of 2 days. Right? Yep. And yeah, they just respect each other and there's something going on there, and then one of them dies the end. Thank you for enjoying our romance.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Cog Girl. Tech Adept Lady was great. I thought she was wonderful.
She manages to feel both like Mechanicus and human at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a thing that a lot of, like, when you're writing Coke Boys, it's a little bit like, it's very easy to just be like, beep, boop, boop, I'm trying to be a robot because I worship the Coke
Yeah.
machine, you know? Um, but this was not that. There's a lot of, like, her being like, well, I think I need to explain this to you because it'll improve your efficiency to get the mission done, so here we go. Which you
Right.
you can
Right.
you can feel, like, her exasperation that everyone isn't just as logical as she is, or at least.
But she doesn't let it show. She's patient with them. She's always willing to explain stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She always has great arguments for everything. I'm remembering towards the end, Adair's got her in a chokehold. We'll get into the reasons why. And does Adair say, like, give me a reason why I shouldn't kill you?
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
it's like, why shouldn't I just crush your neck right now? And she's like, I'll give you
Yeah.
3. First, my spine has been reinforced from beyond what even you can break. 2, I
I'm faster than you are, and I've got a plasma pistol pointed at your chest. And Adair's like, so
Oh,
you do. And then the third one, I loved it because it's like, you're a good person and you'll regret killing me.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, this isn't a kill of an enemy. This is a kill out of
This is murder.
action and murder, and you will live with this for the rest of your life in a bad way if you do it. It's good. It is such good writing.
So good. So very good.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Just throughout, tiny little character moments. It's what makes a Warhammer book good. Is if you just give little interactions between characters, and they explain where they're from and what their motivations are, and they share what's going on in their heads and their feelings. It doesn't that like the whole book doesn't have to be that, but if you do that in the quiet moments, then the bigger moments feel more impactful.
For sure, for sure.
We talked about that all the time in the Space Marine heavy books in the Horus Heresy. It always helps to have a random human around to kind of humanize it and talk with a space, even talking with a Space Marine and figuring out what they're all about, what makes them tick, and the Space Marine learning about the human. It always helps. Always helps the book. Yeah.
It's
So that's
needed.
what it is. Yeah, and that's kind of stuff we needed in the previous trilogy that we just read with what's his name?
Uriel Ventress.
Uriel Ventress. It just isn't there. It's just a bunch of like, battle, brother, let's fight for the Emperor, fight on. And it's like,
But
sure, but what is this guy? What about this guy? He's a space wolf. He does space wolf things. And like, that is not helping.
and the wild thing is, Dead Sky Black Sun had 2 human characters in it, and they were still just like, I am a guardsman. I will help you on your death quest. I want revenge. Oh, and here's the thing: 2 direct parallels between this book and that book, which is, in this we have a Cadian who's like immensely upset at he's the last Cadian on the planet. He's the last of his regiment. It's the end. He has gives them like tiny pinches of Cadian dirt to like be at rest with your planet, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, the love this guy feels for his regiment. It's there. We can see it. We can feel it. Dead Sky Black Sun, it's like, and then another person of his regiment popped out of the Omphlius Demonium, and this guy is like, I never spoke to her, but I'm going to go hug a grenade with her, and die with her. And it just doesn't work very well. It's like, okay, stripped to the bones, it works because it's the same, but there's no feeling with the character about how it's a good death if you can choose the manner where you die, and dying with your regiment is all the Emperor gives us, and okay.
And that's less effective than, I know that person, we've shared some things. Because there's none of that. He sees her, do you know her? Nope. She's in my regiment. We've never had a sentence exchanged. And then she spends the whole time being utterly confused of what's happening. He's basically being like, well, this is all going to hell. Let's blow it up. They even in the time they're hanging out towards the end of the book, they have time to have a conversation, and they never have a conversation.
Nope.
It's just not something that Graham's interested in this series at all.
Right. Which is weird, because the first book, he's on Pavonis, and like Uriel has to do a whole bunch of dealing with the planetary governor there, and there is good human characters there, You know, she like the web of like cartels that run the planet. There's some intrigue at least, like some political bickering.
Mm-hmm.
He's capable of it. He just decided a book set on a chaos world with no humans was a good idea. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
It's just different ways of doing things, and
mhm.
we greatly prefer the other way. So
Yeah.
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 So I mean, one thing that's kind of like stuck with me. So on Catachan,
Mm-hmm.
it's this death world
Mm-hmm.
where you venture out from the town and the planet kills you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a billion ways. There's animals and bugs and
Mm-hmm.
the plants will kill you and everything will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some people that are just kind of loners
Mm-hmm.
and they don't really get along with everyone and this whole communal aspect of Catachan doesn't work for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go out into the jungle alone. And if
Mm-hmm.
they come back, then they're fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how the hell do you go out into the jungle that is actively killing Catachans left and right in squads alone? Do you not sleep? What is your secret? I must know how you did this, Ghost. Because they're just like, yeah, they went out for a few days, couple weeks maybe, came back, they were awesome. And it's like, but how? The way you explain your world to me makes no sense for that. That's all.
Well, it's it's like going out to the Australian bush. There's plenty of
Yeah.
spiders and things, and everything wants to kill you. But you can make do by yourself. It's technically possible. Not, like 99 people out of 100 probably get eaten on
So is it
Catachan.
just
But like,
so it's just luck. Like you go out on your own, and if you're lucky enough to survive a couple weeks, then that's an attribute. Welcome back.
sure,
It is. It's the freaking Halo thing. It's the John Halo thing.
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. But I think the idea is that if you have enough skills to stealth your way through a jungle that's trying to kill you, to find places where you can sleep for a few hours, that you can like live off whatever it is you're able to kill by yourself,
Uh-huh.
then if you return, because it's not just that they return, that they get hailed a hero and given a great name. They still don't totally fit in with society. They don't stick around. They go back out there. It's a matter of living out there essentially permanently until you are recruited or decide to join up with the guard. How that works doesn't entirely make sense because
No.
I don't know. Is living on a death world where a butterfly wants to eat your face off better than fighting Tyranids?
Right?
Especially if you're capable
Probably.
of living out there.
Honestly. Yeah. Tyranids are bad times for everyone, man. That is not anyone's first choice, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just the sleep thing for me. Like, yes, if you can find a way to sleep for a few hours in the jungle that's actively trying to kill you at all moments, incredible stuff, man. Share your secrets with the rest of the Catachans, because I'm sure they'd love to know how you do it too. That's all.
Yeah. Maybe they do.
Yeah, because like that's Ghost in the book. He's a Catachan. He's part of the crew, but not really part of it. But he's an insanely accomplished sniper. He's good at just doing stuff on his own and accomplishing tasks that they need him to do. And everyone's like, "Thanks, Ghost. You're the best." And he's just like, "I really don't have anything to say for myself. I'm incredibly introverted." So yeah, which again is the opposite of Catachans, who are all extremely extroverted and go team go football playing type dudes.
Right. Or
Yeah.
women.
Women,
Yep. Dude is gender neutral, I should say. I should not.
yeah.
Yep.
Dude is gender neutral. I think it is.
Yep. Faux show.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that whole thing happens. Ghost dies. It's real sad. Oh, this was interesting too. So they find the Magos' secret lab hideout, and it's being protected by all these different defensive systems. And one of the things is that he's got servitor military dudes shooting at him. And they are Catachans that have been servitored.
Yep.
And the Catachan commander is pissed as hell that this happened. And I was like, this is the first time in any Warhammer book I've ever read that anyone's pissed about this. Everyone's like, servitors? Matter of course. Not even worried about it. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
it's, if you think about it too much, it's a horror, I'm sure.
Right.
But nobody thinks about it. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
makes a big deal about
Mm-hmm.
it. It's just how things work out here.
Mm.
So for someone to be like, "Sir, you took my people and made them into servitors," I was like, interesting. She has specific moral objections to this. And again, if they weren't Catachans, does she give a shit? Maybe
No.
not, honestly. Is she like,
So
Cadians?
that's the thing. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
servitors, and like I don't know exactly if we're supposed to imply that this guy took some Catachan bodies and turned them into servitors, or took some Catachan people and turned them into servitors. Both of
Both
them,
things are potential ways, yes.
yes, but if there were other people like regular citizens, she doesn't particularly care or make note of those. It's specifically her people, right? Like she doesn't care
Yeah,
that like this Magos did whatever he wanted with the locals.
right.
Yeah. And like the book has a whole bunch of commentary on like what the Imperium does as matter of course of action with the heretic lady, the singer. She
Yeah.
has a ton of really great points of that the Imperium is awful. you know?
No, she does, and she's right.
Yeah. And like this is why people will keep falling into cults that are like, we want marginally better living conditions. It's because the Imperium has awful conditions all over the place, and it's just gonna keep happening. That's why it
Yeah,
keeps
it's
happening.
easy to recruit people into your insane cult with promises of angels and things will be better if their life is shit.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Everyone's life is shit in the Imperium. So,
Right.
hey, surprise. And sometimes this cult calls the Tyranids to come annihilate the entire planet. Oops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like you're mad. You're mad at the people that, you know, got tricked into this thing or I don't know if anybody intentionally was like, Tyranid invasion, awesome, let's do this.
Well,
I think mostly they were tricked into it.
that
Unless they
seems
were gene stolen.
that's the thing. This lady seems to be a part of the Gene Stealer cult. She says like they've made her sing a bunch of songs or whatever. But she seems to be a true believer that like we were calling angels, we were listening to angels sing and calling them to us, not
Yeah.
realizing that this was um uh summoning Tyranids. And once she found out the Tyranids, it was like, well, this is a surprise. Like this is not pleasant.
Yes. That's what I'm
Right, but
saying.
it turns out that like I'm making the point that we don't often get people in Gene Stealer cults can be aware that the Tyranids are not what they wanted. Like they're not conscious that like
Yeah.
Tyranids are coming and that's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. You can be gene stolen and still not know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was tough. I mean, her whole character arc of like going from this sucks to like kind of accepting what's happening and like deluding yourself into thinking that this is good in the long term.
Right.
But then getting to a point where it's like, yeah, well, the Imperium sucks anyway, so maybe this is like just a roller coaster with this lady. Like,
Right.
she had a really rough go of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I really like the scene where they get into the city and it's like there are regular people here. They've managed to survive. Maybe they have access to like the cash that we can use. And there's like crazy preachers who are like, we've been piling up crab limbs on the altar so the Emperor knows what's going on here. Also, eat some gems so the Tyranids don't get them. What the fuck, lady?
I know. Yeah, there are some really solid Warhammer moments in the book. We're just like, what the hell is going on? Like, oh, this fits. This actually fits perfectly.
Yeah, this is
well done.
great. Love it.
Yeah, and they do this thing where they breed these moths as part of the
Right.
planet's culture.
Uh-huh.
What are they for? I don't know. I don't think anyone ever explains what they do with these giant moths that they've been breeding for thousands of generations.
They want moth
But they're
dust.
real important for some reason. Yeah, moth dust. But yeah, this lady keeps being like, oh man, all of this culture that we had on this planet and all this wonderful stuff we had going on, and it's all gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And the Catachans are like, yeah, because you helped. Like, it's your fault everything fell apart and got destroyed. You
Uh-huh.
missed the moth stuff. It's your fault it's gone.
Right.
And there's some pushback too, where she's like, the average Imperium citizen's life is terrible. And she's like, man, look at this great statue that was built. And they're like, okay, but who built it? Like, were their lives
Right.
great? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that you enjoy is built on the backs of horribly mistreated Imperium members too. So
Right.
you can't be all self-righteous about this and supporting it in other ways.
I love the bit where I think it's either Wolf Khan, which is a great name, is talking to her, or it's Adira, not Adira, Adir is talking to her about that, and she's like, "Oh, you're so concerned with like the lower working classes and all that, but have you been out to the moth factories that are on like the eastern continent where the workers'
Yeah.
feet are rotting off because they're walking through moth shit 24/7?" And it's like all of your
Right.
culture and traditions are being bought and paid for by someone as well.
Right. And you're just a smaller scale Imperium.
Yeah.
Everything that's being built is being built on the backs of essentially slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't bemoan the loss of your culture and hate the Imperium at the same time. It's part and parcel. It's the same deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah. Man, good book.
Yeah, really good. So, okay, about the end of the book, I have questions.
Okay. Yep. The ship
So-
launches, they get off, and
Well, no- So it's not an STC that they find.
no, it's a piece of archaeotech.
Yeah.
It is supposedly the thing that created the planet into gems. Like somebody used
Yeah.
it to like, well, I guess gems would look pretty. Let's make the entire planet gems.
What? Anyway, we'll make this planet's economy gem-based. And it is. Like, they're exporting gems, and, like, it runs their economy a lot.
Yeah.
But it terraforms. It's a terraformer that has specific ways you can terraform.
Yep.
Okay.
Beyond that, we don't get a whole lot much else about it. Like, is it
So it's like Dark Age of Technology stuff?
presumably?
Maybe?
Given that the tech priest can interact with it on some level.
It can't be that old.
No. It can be very old. It's just probably not Xenos in creation. Then it's probably Dark
okay.
Age of Tech. So it might be calling it STC is, I don't know, a bit of a misnomer because STCs were template construct machines, right? So you can feed it like, here's the template for a tank, and it spits out a tank, right? Or a chassis, and then you can choose what bits to put on it with different STCs. Whether or not an STC would be like, I can cast a magic spell on an entire planet to turn it into gems, is a very another like whole order of magnitude.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can terraform this planet into anything you want it to be. Feels like a lot of options.
it feels like it's Dark Age of Technology stuff, right? Which STCs are, but I don't think it's like this is something you pull out of an STC that can just do this.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like powered by the planet's core, which is awesome.
Yep.
More of that. Imperium needs to figure that one out. That seems pretty good.
I have a feeling she kind of threw that in there just because, like, a page later, Wolf was going to detonate the plasma reactors powering the base, and it's like, well, we still need the thing to activate to kill the Tyranids. So how do we make sure that this archaeotech is powered not by the plasma reactor of the base?
What do you mean?
So when everyone's like, oh, I'll stay behind. No, I'll stay behind.
Yeah. I know. We'll kill the Terrans by blowing the plasma reactors. Right.
Right, Wolf powers her plasma pistol and chucks it, basically, and then does a runner. But we still need some way to activate the archaeotech, because they destroy the planet, right?
So you mean she is the author? You don't mean
yes, excuse me.
okay, I thought you meant the adept. Okay.
No. I feel like Miss Hayward threw it in there. This thing was self-powered, just so that, like, it didn't create a plot hole.
Got it.
I mean,
got it.
Still cool.
Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. So they activate it,
Mm-hmm.
and an important part of the terraforming process is it just kind of kills everything that's on the planet, so
Mm-hmm.
it can start from scratch when it's doing what it's doing. So it is a planet killer,
Mm-hmm.
but also a planet builder at the same time, which is
Right.
kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So they turn it on, and the like planet killing aspects of it start killing Tyranids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the Tyranids are like, "Fuck," and they bail
Right.
because they're like, "What the hell is this?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, and then as far as we know, it terraforms the whole planet. Like it just wipes it.
I mean, do they discuss what they set it to terraform to?
No,
So
I don't think so.
neither do
So
I.
that's what I'm wondering. So they're like, planet's fucked. The
Mm-hmm.
Tyranids have put it past the point of return, so let's wipe it.
Mm-hmm.
Exterminatus the planet,
Yep.
right?
There's a,
That's
there's
what they're doing.
there's a lengthy scene where they're like really debating the fact that what they're about to do will kill all the remaining civilians. Cadians catch a
Right.
chance. They
Yep.
have a radio vox contact with a like the last of their like crusade force that went out to buy them time. It's like there are still soldiers here, and they're like
hmm
we're gonna be killing them.
We're killing
Awesome.
them.
Yep.
Yeah, and part of the argument is like we don't have the pay grade to order an exterminatus for a planet. Like
Right.
that is beyond anything that we are allowed to do.
Uh huh.
But we have this machine here
That can do it.
that can do it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, maybe in future books it's like, and then the adept priest, she programmed in some plans for
Maybe.
what to turn it into, and then 5 years later, all right, it's a new planet.
I feel
I
like,
don't know.
I mean, maybe, but if you just like, well, then we turned it into a lush garden world, and it's like, well, the
Yeah.
Tyranids, well, it's a garden world, and we're right here, and then the Imperium's not right here, and that's a whole lot of biomass just sitting around. It's like, it doesn't solve the problem. You need to set it to barren rock.
Until the Tyranids are dealt with, which
Yeah.
we know how to deal with the Tyranids. They taught us in the Oriel Ventress books. Is
Done.
that ever going to come back?
No.
Of course not.
No, no. Please, that would be too easy.
Too easy. So, in the current state of Warhammer,
Mm-hmm.
the Tyranids are just like out there eating planets.
Yeah.
And it's like, if there's a force in the general area that can maybe try to take them out, we'll give it a shot. But otherwise,
So hold on, I need to look up something.
Okay.
It's the one thing that I don't really understand about how Tyranids get around, which is how do they travel faster than light?
yeah, fine.
Because the big issue with the Tyranids is that they don't use the warp. So they I'm finding people say stuff on Reddit that it's like it's biotech form of gravity manipulation. They slingshot themselves to go faster, stuff like that. Like they can slingshot off themselves. It's MacGuffins, right? Like
can.
it doesn't really matter. But my understanding was the threat of Tyranids is looming and inevitable, but it's also slow, right? Because they don't travel
Okay.
faster than light. So it's like they are coming, but you might have decades to prepare.
Sure.
From like the system you know they're at to whichever one it is they're next. It also turns out that some of the Tyranid hive fleets are moving in different directions. So some are coming in from galactic edges, but another one is moving up through the galactic plane,
Yeah.
which seems real bad because if you like going from like that way, like it could pop up anywhere. The second thing is, Inquisitor Cryptman from Uriel Ventures' book, the Inquisitor who's like, no, let's exterminate the planets. It'll slow them down. He does a plan where, I think I've mentioned this now 3 episodes in a row, he exterminates an entire subsector to starve Tyranids on their way to like another planet. And the rest of the Inquisition go, that was a bit extreme. You put dozens of planets to exterminate us? That's too far.
Okay.
But what this did, he got arrested, and there's like a book where some like Death Watch people who were still loyal to him help him kidnap a gene stealer, and they jettison it to a specific planet with like an orc warband, and they draw the Tyranids instead to the orcs. So you have a huge war called the Octaria Sector, I think it's called. And the general gist of what's happening with Tyranids is occasional books like this where they pop up somewhere else, but mostly they're fighting orcs in a never-ending battle because orcs are mushrooms who are drawn to bigger and bigger wars. Like, the more they fight, the bigger they get. And the Tyranids eat biomass. So they have
the more biomass they eat, the bigger they get?
Yeah. So it kept both forces distracted from the Imperium, but should a winner ever arise, it will be hugely problematic. That is the general gist of what's happening. With the Imperium's like, well, I guess it's kind of contained. And we just have to hope a superpower doesn't emerge from a winner, you know?
Right. That sounds ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a book a couple of years ago that did say, I think it was the Orcs Lost, like, that, like, their war boss died and, like, fighting has devolved into several war bands instead of one unified force, and the Tyranids are looking a bit scary.
Okay, that's fun.
But yeah, so that's the general gist of what's happening with the Tyranids.
Okay. And what woke them up was the
Beacon of Sulfur.
Yeah.
In the Ultramarines book, in the Horus Heresy, the Guilliman has this beacon, and then, like, at the end of the book, and it's like, and the signal went out across time and space and into the darknesses and across the galaxy and into the darkness again, and something woke up. And
yeah,
that's from the Beacon of Sulfur. Yep.
Right, and you explained to me that was the Tyranids at the time.
That is, it's a reference or an Easter egg, or I don't know what they were really doing, but they were like, and that's what drew the Tyranids here. There's some other theories that I've read on Reddit. I haven't read any first-hand sources that they're also like, well, if they're attracted to one psychic beacon, just after that one, a bigger one turned on with the Emperor sitting on the throne. So that's also probably a problem if that's what they're now going for.
Wait, what?
If the beacon at Sulthar, which is a warp beacon, is what attracted the Tyranids 10,000 years ago, and then 7 years later the Emperor died and lit an even bigger one when he got on the Golden Throne, is that what they're going for now?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they beelining it to the Emperor.
I mean, slowly.
Galaxy's
a big place.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Takes them a while to eat a planet. It was nice to kind of see, like, the methodology. Because I'm like, does it take them, like, a day? Is it a week? Like, what are we talking here? And this gave me some frame of reference for how long it takes.
Yeah. Scary thing that the Tyranids do is when they fill enough of the air with spores, and they're like, let's break down all the biology that's going around. It includes slowing the healing process of every living thing on the planet. And it turns out that if you look at the scarring process of a human, your body's always kind of healing that in real time to keep it closed. And
that blew my mind.
Yeah, it's soldiers start coming apart from where they took scars decades ago. Things that were
years ago. Yeah.
The tech priest, who is mostly metal stuffed scars, is like almost going to like fall apart. You know, it's a really scary thought to be like, well, all those little cuts and nicks that you accumulate in war, like a lifetime of war, they're just coming undone. It's just coming undone.
Man, so do people with autoimmune deficiencies have their scars open?
I don't know that anyone with an autoimmune deficiency lives long in 40K.
Well, I'm just talking about in the real world.
Oh, no, I don't know that that's true.
I just googled autoimmune scars open, and the
really?
AI overview says an autoimmune disease can cause old scars to break open
Oh.
because a malfunctioning immune system attacks the body's own healthy skin tissues, leading to chronic inflammation, poor circulation, and fragile skin.
Oh.
So she took this from the real world. It's not the exact same thing, but yeah.
Well,
That's crazy.
that's scary as fuck.
Yeah. Actually, so the Mayo Clinic says pyoderma gangrenosome, I'm not saying that right, is a rare condition that causes large painful sores on the skin and wait, is this talking about the scars? Maybe not.
Hmm.
Anywho's.
Yeah, so that's terrific. Although you did just remind me of another specific clue about the romance between
Uh-huh.
the Catachan lady and the Cadian dude, which is
Yeah.
when they're in the ballroom and she smiles. There's a very poignant line where the Cadian is very specifically noticing that she has a scar that runs like the length of her cheek or whatever. Cadians in the lore are attracted to scars because it means you got it in combat. Like they find that shit
Right,
hot.
right. Chicks dig scars.
Yeah. All Cadians dig scars. And like they've been known
Mm-hmm.
to like undo stitching and like rub up their wounds so it scars worse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when this guy is like, oh, and she had a very fetching scar running down her face, it's coded as like romance for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Totally. Even though he's not a Catachan.
No,
Yep,
no, no. He
that's
is.
what it is.
He is the Catachan, noticing that about her.
Oh.
He's noticing that
Ah.
about her. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
That's great. So yeah, so the story is dead world. There's some kind of a hope. There's some anti-tyrannid tech available.
Mm-hmm.
Group goes to save it. Everybody almost dies.
Mm-hmm.
3 people make it off the planet in a ship
Tech
to
in
tell the
hand.
story. The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
some of the tech in hand.
some of the tech, and you just have to hope somebody
did they-
listens. They got up with
Yeah,
like
what
the
did they-
control rod or something, right? Like it's
It's like
a cube.
yeah, they had this whole conversation at the end. Like, was it worth it? It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe. We got this thing. Maybe they can figure out how to make an anti-tyrannid weapon with it.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, that's so good. It's like, and it's asks, did we win? As they're leaving, it's like, man,
That is
I don't know, dude.
the most Imperium victory of all time.
It really is. If you're asking if you won or not, Warhammer. What do they call it? They're talking about opening the iris. The swarm is coming in. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's a small piece. They call it the trigger later.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
maybe they can do some reverse engineering. Who knows, man?
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, good one.
2 thumbs up, I think.
Yeah. And again, it's just less important what the overarching plot is. It's more important what you're doing with the moments in between the big stuff that happens. So,
Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. On to the wheel.
Onto the wheel.
Alrighty. So the wheel looks pretty good. I did do a practice spin while I was setting everything up for the stream that landed on Soul Hunter, which means I've learned the possibility that it's going to land on Soul Hunter off stream. I screwed it up. It's my fault. Yeah. So let's give it a spin. Oh, just missing it. Oh. The Triumph of Saint Catherine. It's a Sisters of Battle book. Yeah. No, I don't think so.
No. We had a Sister of Battle in Rogue Trader.
Yes. We did, Argenta.
Yeah, she's great.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
What's it called again?
Saint Catherine. I've already
Called Saint. Okay.
I've removed it from the wheel because we were done.
Gotta read it. Quick, rewind the stream.
Surely this will tell me what book she's from. The Triumph of Saint Catherine. The Triumph.
Okay.
Yeah. The Triumph of Saint Catherine. Now, I will quickly read the Wikipedia page to be like, this isn't a third book in a series or something, you know?
Yeah, right.
Because this is a book I have not read.
This isn't actually a Sisters of Battle book. There's one in there for 2 pages.
Well, it says that it's actually connected in a anthology.
Oh.
So it might be a short story. Well, it's a novel. It's 192 pages, 6 hours and 40 minutes on the audiobook, so it is short. We can choose to do the anthology. Oh, but the anthology doesn't have an audiobook by the looks of it.
Is it Catherine with a K?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Adepta Sororitas audiobook. Daniel Ware.
Mm-hmm. That's the book. It's going to be short and sweet, apparently. Short and sweet.
Deal. I mean, how long was the last one we read? How many hours?
Like 11?
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is half.
Half. Yeah. I'll finish this in a day, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Deal.
Deal. Alrighty. Wrap it up. Put a bow on it. Till next time.
Yeah. Yep. Got the book off Amazon. We're ready to go.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks again for hanging out for another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour here, streamed live at twitch.tv/Somicron. Good place to hang out. You can subscribe to the channel to support the podcast if you want. Other ways to support the podcast are at youtube.com/@Somicron. You can subscribe there. You can also support the channel by buying merch at falconpaladin.store and by pledging at patreon.com/Somicron. So check that place out. The merch is awesome. And we'll be back next week with a Sisters of Battle book to talk about. Should be a lot of fun. So thanks again. Love you all. Appreciate the support from everybody who's already supporting the pod. And until next time, you take care of yourself.
Bye.